loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. With that, let's get up to Atlanta. We're standing by at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin, a big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He is down deep in his Seattle territory. A big run there by Freeman. 75 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
They'll run it now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Carson. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf, he's got it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Throwing again, Ryan. Open man, it's Stocker. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ito Smith, his first carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And Freeman lost the football. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 11-yard touchdown. Out in front. Bryant tacks up extra point.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the end zone. Oakland beats him on the last play of the game. But that was a live football. And what a nice job he did to fall on in the end zone. And yes, indeed, folks, that's a touchdown.
By the way, John Madden was coaching in that holy roller game, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and he wanted to make sure that the call went his team's way, was out on the field and was told, yes, it's a touchdown. Now get back on the sidelines.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf.
Entering, go flip on pop-up player will handle flipping your defensive play to best match defensive formation. If you want to manually flip your defense and you play false screen, you can turn it off now. It will stay off until it is turned back on.
Hands of Metcalf. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Metcalf once again the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. This complete to Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far this game. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. On 1st down, it's Carson. Broken tackle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This is Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 33 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they broke it up.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, and he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Here's Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to get...
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the 2nd, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the 2nd quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And they're going to speed things up here. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Ryan. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw again is Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 75 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From the 36, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Carson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but then just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
Ricky Ryan, stop! Hey, wahoo! Line's 50, line's 50.
On third down, Ryan. Complete to Jones. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On first down, Freeman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Freeman again. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another day.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Russell Gage, 28 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Fire, be ready. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Wilson on target there to Moore. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this down to the 35.
We got this.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, Wilson. Short throw to Disley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that one incomplete as it breaks a string of 8 straight pass completions. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To throw again is Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd down and goal. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab.
Is under review.
Wilson's pass complete to Jacob.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Freeman. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Al Woods. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check 31. Got it. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check. Check. Say. 25 tonight. Check.
Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 57 seconds to go. Now it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Caught by Jones. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ryan wants to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. This complete to Jones. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Here we go.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.